tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put in 10, now I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. Went throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. Put in 10, now I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, them. Quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. That's gon' make you up like a a limbo. She said she not a, she an ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got an open man, Clark. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Johnson on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Stop your body.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. At their own 20-yard line.
Set. Check, 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 check. Slam, slam, slam. Rock.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. He's got the hook up to Miller. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Where are they, King? That's the way. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
To throw Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mariota. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down.
A first down throw for Mariota. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mariota now. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Go, go, go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Whip.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota looking for Clark. He's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 56. Shaq, 56. Screen. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Push him back.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go. It's a runner. 56.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deshaun Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Dobbs now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw on second and 6. Mariota. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down, Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Detroit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bears take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like what...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Dobbs. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dobbs to throw. Completes it to Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Watch Eddie Weber. Watch twins.
On first down, Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back near his goal line, Mariota. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And the Lions first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
That's it. Lock in. Number 53. Mike 53. Pick me up. Here we go. Check. Where are they, team?
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got an open man, Clark. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Back to throw Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He completes this one to Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. This is Miller, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Lions' 5-yard line.
In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis.
Hey, let's go. Oh, yeah. Go. Yeah, I'm coming. Kill. Check. Lucky. Check 3.
Another try for Davis. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Dobbs. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Dobbs is throwing. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the run. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They go to Johnson again. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A first down carry for Davis. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist.
They'll run with Vaughn. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Ready. 51. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score, Bears
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.